Hello guys, it's me here, Afreen Naz, and welcome to another podcast. And today's podcast is going to be a bit special because this video is for people out there who is trying to build a career and who wants to change their job from a small company to tier one companies like Microsoft, Google, and other giant techs. So today I have with me Yasir Arafat Sharfi, who has recently joined Microsoft and who's also a career guidance counselor. And you can find him on LinkedIn as Yasir Arafat Sharfi. So let's hear from him how he was able to make it to Microsoft. Hello, Yasir, and welcome to the podcast. So, let's start with a quick intro before we deep dive into the conversation. So, quick intro about your background and your work experience.
Hello, Afrin. Myself Yasir Rafa Sharfi, and I'm from Kolkata, West Bengal. I have completed my BTech in 2019 in Electronics and Communication Engineering, and I come from a very decent college. It's a Tier 3 college from Abacus Institute of Engineering and Management. I don't think so. You would have heard this name anytime before. I never dreamt being coming here in Microsoft, but yeah, I started my journey back then in 2019 in Robert Bosch. Stayed there for around 2019. That was an automotive industry, and then I went to Cisco, which was a networking industry, and then here I am in Microsoft. So it's been a couple of months here, and yeah, I'm quite excited to be here.
I heard that you are coming from Tier 3 college, right? Which is
Yeah, it's a Tier 3 college, and it's a very
Abacus.
Yeah,
Right?
Abacus Institute of Engineering and Management.
Yeah. So, when you were studying there, have you ever thought that one day you'll be joining Microsoft?
No, honestly speaking, I have always dreamt of going to TCS or Wipro or Cognizant. So these were my dream companies.
Okay, so I believe it's been only a couple of months since you have joined Microsoft. So how is your experience altogether? So starting from Bosch, where the work environment and culture might differ from giant techs like Microsoft and Google. So how you're feeling, coming here, working with IITians, how is the work environment and how do you feel about the people? Because the crowd is quite competitive. So tell me all about it.
To be frank, I feel challenging sometimes, yes, but I have got an exposure when I was in Cisco, and back there, I was mostly working with the IITians and NITians. So I don't feel that much challenging after coming here because I've already got that platform 3 years back. And yeah, I'm kind of accustomed to it now and I've adapted to the situation.
That's great to hear. I bet people would get inspired by this in case anyone is struggling to join giant techs. So, as you mentioned that you have worked in Bosch, Cisco, and now Microsoft, right? So, Bosch is basically a automotive company, and then Cisco is completely networking based. And again, in Microsoft, you are currently working in a different domain. So, tell me about it. Like you have frequently changed the domain. So, what was your plan, and why did you changed it quite often?
I'm that kind of a person who loves to take challenges in life. So that was the main reason I switched domain very frequently. Not very frequently. I've seen most of the people often do this kind of thing, but there are some folks who will be staying in a single domain for a very long time because they want to have a good hold on a particular domain. But in my opinion, what I feel, I should have a knowledge about in and out about all the domains out there in the different tech industry. So that was the reason I frequently switched the domain, and then yeah, altogether that was my goal.
Whenever you were giving interview in a different company, so was there any challenge which you faced during the interview when asked about experience in a specific domain? And you might have came across this question, right, that you have worked in automotive, so why networking now? Maybe in Microsoft saying like you have interviewed for cloud, but you are coming from networking. So was there any issue or cross questioning coming in from the interviewers about the switch in domain?
Honestly speaking, they will never ask these kind of questions. When you interview for tech giants, right, they will be mostly focusing on your DSA skills, your computer networks and operating system, and then your database skills, and then system design, system level, architectural level design things they will be focusing on. They don't focus where are you coming from, what kind of knowledge you're having on domain specific. They will be focusing on the ground level things about the fundamentals, how quickly you can code, how you are good at solving the problems. That is the important thing which interviewer focus on.
Guys, do make a note of this because if you have also been wondering that you should stick to a specific domain and do not have the courage to change your domain and change your company, so consider this as a tip. If you're confident enough, you can easily change your domain. So tell me about the interview of Microsoft. So how long you have been trying in Microsoft? Or what is the interview process and how much time did it take to actually join Microsoft?
So I've started my preparation last year in the month of January. I initially was preparing for Google, but there I was down leveled, and then I came to know that Microsoft has this opportunity to apply for different job ID, and there is no cooling period kind of thing here. So my next target was to go into Microsoft, and then I kept on preparing on 4 to 5 topics, which was DSA, system design, operating system, computer network, and database. It took me around 4 to 5 months to revise and as well as cope up with the things which is being newly came into the market, and then I learned it while doing my work in Cisco. And then, yeah, I was interview ready.
Tell me about the different rounds of interview based on the level people are interviewing for in Microsoft, and also how someone who is working in tier 1 and tier 2 companies can prepare for the interview.
Okay, so for your first question, so there are like generally 4 to 5 rounds of interview, and it depends on the level what you're interviewing for. So I interviewed for level 62. There, they conducted around 6 rounds of interview. So first round they will be mostly having this online assessment, wherein they will be having 2 questions of hacker rank, and then followed by that they will be having around 3 rounds of DSA rounds, and once you clear that, you'll be having the system design round as a 5th round, and then last 6th round will be your as appropriate round. And if you're interviewing for the level 59 or 60, mostly they will be focusing on 4 rounds of interview, and again the same thing goes. First round will be online assessment, and then 2 rounds of DSA round, and then the last one will be as appropriate round. So it depends on the level what you are interviewing for.
And what is your suggestions how someone who is currently working in tier 3 and tier 2 companies can actually prepare for Microsoft interview?
See, I've been consistently mentioning about the 4 topic, which is operating system and computer networks, system design, and DSA. And the 4th one, you can also have different databases like relative database or relational database or non-relational databases. So these things, if you are having a good hold on, then definitely you can land up into any tech giants.
So I believe you have done your studies, like your BTech in electronics and communication, right? So now the work that you are doing involves core coding. So do you feel somewhere that you are lagging behind from those people who are actually well versed with codings and who are coming from computer science background? So what is your take on that?
Initially, I thought, yeah, I was really lagging behind because the people I was working with, they were mostly from the either from the IT background or from the computer science background. But after a couple of years, when I learned everything on the fly, mostly C, C++, so I was mostly focusing on the low-level programming languages. Yeah, so low-level programming languages is the go-to language, I would say, rather than having knowledge on scripting language like Python or JavaScript. So you should always focus on low-level programming language. That is the go-to language to go into any tech giants.
And you mentioned that in order to crack Microsoft interviews, there are questions that will be coming from DSA operating software, right? How can someone prepare on this topic? Is there any content that are available online?
Yeah, there are a lot of resources available. For DSA, you can follow Striver, Take You Forward. There's a YouTube channel for it. You can also follow Gaurav Sen for system design. And then for operating system and computer networks, you can follow Abdul Bari. So yeah, these are the main resources.
Okay, Yasid, tell me why there's so much of hype for this Fang and Mang companies, and why people are always trying to, crack interviews in these companies. Is it the package or is it the brand value? What is it?
I would say it is both. But if you think about a middle class person's perspective, obviously the package is the one which will be definitely there when you go for Fang or Mang. But along with that, you get a brand value if you go to Microsoft or any Fang companies, because once you are there, you will be always holding a tag that you have worked in so and so companies.
Next question that I wanted to ask is, and I believe the audiences would be curious to know, is that how can people get interview calls from Microsoft?
Okay, so first and foremost thing is you need to prepare your CV very well, because that is the entry point to land into any dream companies. So you have to spend time in showing your skills in an abstract manner, in a statistical way, because most of the companies uses some AI tools to get your CV shortlisted. So that is the go-to thing. Secondly, you can go for Microsoft or any career portal, any company career portal. You can just search on Google, and then you can upload your CV and upload all the informations, all the relevant information. And then after that, you can keep on applying into different job IDs, whatever you're interested in or whatever you have the skills on. And then yes, you will be getting a call in a week or so. In case if you want any help in CV preparation or mock interviews or career guidance, you can contact me on LinkedIn. I'll be always there to help you.
Guys, you will be pleased to know that he has helped 50 plus people through LinkedIn by providing career guidance to them. So great job, Yasir, on that. Any tips or suggestions from your side for people who are trying to get into big tech companies?
There are different crowds actually. One is people who are pursuing BTech, basically who are a student right now, and the other side of the crowd who are already working in some sector, be it in a small product-based company or in a service-based company. So I would suggest them to stop bragging for referral on social media. Instead, go on career portal, apply on different job IDs, look for your strength, where you can actually go, in what kind of product-based companies or what kind of service-based companies you want to go, and target those companies. Prepare strategically, prepare your CV accordingly, tailor-made your CV according to the job description, and then yes, you can land where you want to based on your goal.
So thank you so much, Yasir, for joining this podcast. And I had a great time hearing it from you. I hope this video helps people who wants to go to companies like Google and Microsoft. So yeah, thank you for coming. And guys, stay tuned. And I'll be coming with my next podcast shortly. And I'm mentioning all the details in the description. And you can reach out to him for any kind of career guidance counseling on LinkedIn. It's Yasir Arafat Sharfi. So thank you and stay tuned. Thank you, sir.